I honestly cannot believe that I am filming my second trimester video. That means that I have successfully gone through about 6 months of pregnancy, which is just mind-blowing, really. I feel like so much has happened in the second trimester, but it's happened so quickly. Like right now, I'm in New Zealand, whereas in my first trimester, I was in America. It's just like crazy. Here goes nothing. I had to make some notes on my phone because honestly, my mind is like a goldfish. Okay, so let's go back to around 14 weeks. I was still feeling really sick. I was eating, but not that much, just because everything kind of made me, especially smells, made me want to throw up. But I was still really liked McDonald's. So every morning, well not every morning, but some mornings I would go and get an English muffin. One of those, you know, those egg and ham English McMuffins from McDonald's. And that would be like my substantial meal for the day because that's all I felt like I could stomach. And I figured it would be better to get some calories in than no calories at all. I was also drinking some of those Ensure, they're like little protein nutritional drinks, just to get some more calories in. But it wasn't a fun time, and everyone on the internet and everyone kind of says that the sickness should kind of fade, or like you should start feeling so much better at week 14, and I wasn't, and I was like, no. It was so hard because I was looking forward to week 14 and not feeling sick anymore, and I still did. So that was hard. You know, being pregnant and trying to finish my master's classes is really hard. Taking 4 classes this summer, and it's just so many resources to read, so many articles to write, and I'm just trying to keep my food down most of the time. I thought it would be over by now, but I still feel sick. My worst nightmare is coming true. One of those people that I feel like I'm just gonna feel sick the whole pregnancy. I remember this time I was in the car and we were driving to Ryan's house, which is like a 50-minute drive. We were driving and motion sickness really got to me at this point. So we were driving and I just remember the bumps in the road really getting to me. And I was like looking around to see something if I could throw up, like what would I throw up in? And there was only a McDonald's bag from breakfast that morning. And McDonald's bags are paper, right? But I couldn't help myself. I was like, Ryan, I'm gonna throw up, like we're gonna have to pull over. But I threw up anyway in this McDonald's bag, so much. And I lifted it up to see if it was leaking, and it was just leaking all over my pants. And the smell was terrible. Ryan had to pull over. I was like already opening the door, like throwing up outside the window, and vomit everywhere. It was so disgusting, but also like hilarious at the same time, but so disgusting. And that was just kind of my reality for a little while. The sickness didn't really get better till, for me, around week 20, which is quite late, according to most experiences I've heard of. But I did experience really bad acne, which was weird. My skin hasn't really been bad throughout my whole life. You know, I've had the odd bumps growing up, but nothing like really bad. So I had, my face skin was quite bad around weeks 14 to 20, but it was my back skin that was the worst. I had like bumps all on my shoulders, and then like these big pimples, and they were quite painful. And then in the middle of my back, I had like a rash I still actually don't know what it is today, but it's like dry skin, like really dry skin, and it's discolored. So when I would tan, like the dry patch on my skin wouldn't tan, so I'd have like this discoloration on my back, and it was just like really damaging to my overall confidence. Anyone that's gone through pregnancy probably understands, but just your body's going through so many changes, like some wonderful changes, some not so wonderful changes, and to like wrap my head around like literally day to day would be different. And it was quite hard because it was summertime, my stomach was getting bigger, my boobs were getting bigger, and I had this bad acne on my back. I love swimming, I love being by the pool, and it was so hot, but I just found myself not really wanting to go out there because of my back skin. So that was a really interesting experience. It still is there, but it's not as bad anymore. Like my acne on my shoulders has cleared up quite a lot, but I still have quite excessive dryness, which I'm hoping will fade after pregnancy, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably go see somebody. One of the changes that I did actually quite like was my stomach getting bigger, and I know that some people don't like that, but for me, I felt like it was so exciting to have my stomach grow, especially since all I've been is in shape. I was an athlete. All I wanted to do was, I pretty much had a flat stomach for a very long time. So to see my stomach grow and grow life and like get bigger, it was quite exciting because I felt like all the symptoms that I was feeling, I finally had something to show for it. Like I actually started to look pregnant. In saying that, I felt like I still had quite a small stomach until like later on, which is like now I'm 27 weeks and I'm quite obviously pregnant, but when I wear a big shirt or something, I can still hide my bump quite a bit. But I've heard that in the third trimester, I'm gonna grow a lot more because that's like when the baby grows the most. And as my stomach was growing, I started shopping for maternity clothes. I didn't really want a lot of maternity clothes just because I don't know when I'm gonna have another baby or if I'm gonna have another baby. I don't want to have all these maternity clothes that I won't wear post-pregnancy. So I wanted to go for some dresses. So I really like dresses because you can wear them like pre or post-pregnancy or during pregnancy. They're just really comfortable, no, pressure on the stomach. So I really enjoyed looking at pretty dresses online. Around like week 18 or so, we went to New York. We took a trip because I've never been to New York before, and I was still feeling a little sick at this time, but I had a lot more energy, and I had, during the day, I felt like I could stomach food. It really depended on the smell and the day of what I could eat, but at least I could eat something. And at nighttime I started to feel a little bit bad, but it was such a fun trip. We just, we did all the touristy things. I really felt like I needed to do that because we decided to move home to New Zealand, where I'm from, because I just really wanted to be close to family at this time. I haven't been home for a long time since 2016, so it's been like about 6 years since I've been home, and I really missed my family. And Ryan has been so supportive. He came all the way here, and he's never been really out of the country, so it was a huge move for him. But when we got here, we had to do a 2-week quarantine because of COVID, which was okay. Gave me time to rest, which honestly can't get enough of a rest in pregnancy. But it was a big change for both of us. Those months leading up to us moving was really like condensed. I felt like we were moving so fast, getting everything ready. We even had a baby shower right before we left because we wanted all of our American friends and family to be involved in it. And we found out we were having a little girl, which was so exciting. I honestly was so shocked because we thought it was going to be a boy, but I'm happy that I'm having a little girl. We got a lot of gifts from the baby shower that we can use, and we're just so blessed to have so much support from both of our families and friends. Those last months leading up to leaving were sad, saying goodbye to the American family, spending time with our new nephew who was only 3 months before we left. He's so cute, you know, getting us ready for having our own baby. Like, I was really sad to leave Kane, our dog. He's been through the pregnancy with me. He was always my little support buddy. And I don't know if he actually knew, but I kind of felt like he knew that I was pregnant. And he was just so cute the whole time. And I miss him so much. Like, every day I look at photos of him. He's like my background on my phone. But we'll see him soon because we're going back to America in April. So I can't wait to see him again and all of the family. After quarantine, we finally got out after 2 weeks in managed isolation. And we got to see my family, and that was really nice because I really haven't seen them in so long. So just being with my mom and dad and my brother and Sarah, I just felt so nice, like, and they're all so excited for the baby to come, and they love to see my bump grow, so it's been really cool to be around them in this time. We got to go on some hikes because I was around 23 weeks when we got out of quarantine, so it was really nice because I started to really feel a lot better. I had a lot more energy. I wasn't feeling sick, and like, I could actually do stuff. So we went on a lot of hikes. I showed Ryan around, got some good food, and that was the time where I felt like, oh, okay, like, pregnancy can be enjoyable, because up until that point I was like, there's always something that I'm dealing with, like, especially the sickness. But once the sickness faded, everything else was quite manageable. We even started to work out a little bit. We were going to F45, which is like circuit training, both of us, and it was really fun to get my body moving again, because as an athlete, when I got pregnant, I really felt like I lost a big piece of myself. Working out, you know, being active, eating right, like, I felt like I wasn't doing any of those things because I couldn't work out because I felt so bad, and then I couldn't eat good food because I didn't feel like eating at all. So it was so refreshing to move into a stage of pregnancy where I felt more like myself. And then unfortunately, with COVID being so unpredictable, we went into a lockdown again, which we are currently in. This is the 3rd week of lockdown that we've been in, which means that we're kind of confined to our home. But we had time to work on our baby's room, which is really exciting. We ripped up the carpet, we sanded the floors, painted the walls, and we got my brother and Sarah to paint a little mural on the wall, which is just so cute. And I think just the coming together of the room has made me really, really excited to meet her. And like, I find myself every day just like, you know, just like looking down at my stomach and just like thinking about what life is going to be like with her here, because it's going to come so quickly. Mind blowing. I'm going to be a mum soon. I never thought I would be a mother at 24. I'm excited, I'm really excited, and Ryan's really excited too. Right now, in terms of pregnancy symptoms, I still don't feel sick, which is nice. You know, at times I do feel nauseous, but it's nothing like it was before. I get back pain quite significantly, like lower back pain, mostly when I am walking around for a long period of time or standing, and that's just kind of like an achy feeling. And sometimes my hips go numb, which is very strange. My midwife told me it's because of all the pressure on the nerves as my stomach grows around that area. So I've got a pregnancy belt that I wear that helps me with the pressure. I didn't think that I needed it because my stomach wasn't that big, but honestly, just a little bit of pressure to help lift the stomach up really took a lot of the pain out of my back and my hips. Another thing that I kind of experience is headaches on and off, but when I do get them, they're quite crippling, like I just need to go to sleep. And I do get like spouts of tiredness. Really just depends on the day. Like, I can't say every day I'm tired. It's like some days I feel great and some days I feel like I'm so exhausted and I haven't even done anything. So overall, I'd say pregnancy is going well. And I still am in shock that I'm about to enter the 3rd trimester. Like, that's the final stretch. She could come into this world as early as like 10 weeks. That's crazy. I think that's all to cover in this pregnancy vlog. I just want to say thank you guys if you've made it this far into watching my video. It has been a really exciting time, pregnancy, and you know, if you watched my first vlog, you would know that I wasn't very happy, and you know, it was an unexpected pregnancy, and I really want to use this platform to normalize that, because I feel like it's not talked about enough. A lot of pregnancies are unexpected, like people don't plan everything of their lives. You know, I was meant to go to the Olympics, I got pregnant, and here I am about to become a mother, and I love it. Like, of course it was an adjustment period, but I'm happy to say that I'm so much more grounded, so much more at peace, and so excited for the future. So if you are in a situation where you are, you know, pregnant and it was unexpected, know that it can be good, and it can be exciting, and it can be everything that you ever wanted. It's just not necessarily always part of the plan that you envisioned for yourself. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so blessed to be in an environment where I'm supported. Life is good so far, but stay tuned for the 3rd trimester vlog, because I'm sure I'm going to be a lot bigger, probably a little cranky, and I can't wait for you guys to meet my baby girl, and I can't wait to meet her as well.